Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Two and now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
2 and now, third and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. He's at the 50. 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit them with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's third and 10.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 48 yards. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jalen Richard going to take it out of his end zone. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Carr going to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Looking to throw. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Now Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Touchdown! Darren Waller, 35 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Carr will look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Following the touch. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
52 is the mic right here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On play action. Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route. Had plenty of room in the middle of the field, and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Tua, the final shot before half. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Chasing Sanders.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Bring it
Just
out.
delivered.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Raiders.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Carr. They'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8.
Dolphins 14.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. But he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Worth noting, that visiting sideline is getting the worst of the sun right now. It can definitely play a factor, especially because the other sideline is in full shade. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in here by Fuller.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Worth noting, that visiting sideline is getting the worst of the sun right now. It can definitely play a factor, especially because the other sideline is in full shade.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I got one.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
Being chased out. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Smith to return it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll look downfield for Waller. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Carr again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Vince Beagle came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of a at the 49-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Tua on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And quickly into the hands of Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr now on first down. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Carr will look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe, and the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From way up at the 23. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now a play fake. Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They'll go for it. It's Carr. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Carr now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jacobs now. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
So that'll back him up 5. Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing his car on third down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Bryan Edwards, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them on politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blowed up her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a 3-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Has this one teed up, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check.
97. Blue, go. Blaster, 6.
Tua now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Carter. Now